The day my Kolbe profile came in, I can remember opening it and getting the actual information, was one of the single most liberating days of my entire life. And that feeling has continued for more than 20 years.
I can hardly remember not having Kolbe in our life. It was such a great revelation when we first did Kolbe.
We just see it, Kolbe is really part of our company. We just see them as a natural part of Strategic Coach.
My father happens to be a coach at Strategic Coach and has done so for almost 20 years. So Kolbe has virtually and literally been a part of my life since I was a teenager, since I can remember. So I remember doing my Kolbe in my early teens. I always think of Kolbe and Strategic Coach as intertwined and related. and again, I think that, you know, like Strategic Coach, Kolbe is a tool that you can use to, you know, better yourself, better understand your work, and, you know, and help you, you know, achieve some of the goals that you're looking for out of both personally and professionally.
We do a Kolbe A index on every single client. So every program advisor, every salesperson, anybody who's in any contact at all with our clients knows what their Kolbe is. So we're talking to them on the phone, we're talking to them in person. We put the Kolbe numbers on their name tag. So we know who we're speaking to. We know if they're going to ask a lot of questions, if they need a lot of facts to make a decision, if they're going to need the bottom line. We know that in our communication with them. And it just kind of, it helps us to take a piece of the puzzle and explain who the person is and why they do what they do, both internally in the company, but also with our clients. And I think it's been very successful for us. And I love being able to know that about each of the people that I work with.
When Dan Sullivan decided to bring associate coaches on board and coaching the program, one of the main things that he said to them was that he doesn't want them to be him. Try to be him, coach the program like him. He wanted them to be able to get in front of the room and coach the program in the most natural and easy way for them. So knowing that, being on the team that supports the coaches and being able to be the best selves that they can be at the front of the room, it's really important for me to tailor the way that I'm working with them to their natural strengths and their natural way of doing things so that they can show up in that way.
Since we coach people on developing their unique ability and only doing what they're really good at and developing a team around them to do everything else, it made our lives easier with our clients because it helped them to focus on, you know, their best way of getting things done and letting go of the other things.
We use Kolbe in a couple of different ways at Strategic Coach. One of the things that we do is we use it in the hiring process. So I think it's really unique to hire people based on their natural strengths and abilities. We've been very successful in doing that.
I'm excited to find out what their numbers are going to be. It's almost waiting to hear these lottery numbers. Where are they going to fit into the team, and how are we going to play off of each other, and I can find your strengths and how we could work it in. It's exciting to hear what the numbers are.
So we introduce our clients to Kolbe at their second workshop, so 3 months after starting the program. And it has such a huge impact on them that they want to know the Kolbe profiles of their team members, but also future team members that are coming on board. So by having someone's Kolbe done before they actually join the team, they know what strength this person has, what they're going to be bringing to the team in terms of how they instinctively operate, how they get their best results, but it can also predict how they're going to behave before they actually start, you know, working with the team and working in that environment and creating value for the people that they work with.
So as a coach and strategic coach, one of the things I always look at is the Kolbes of our clients in the room. When I am one-on-one speaking with individuals on the side during the breaks, I see their Kolbe on their name tag. And so when we talk about things that are good for them to do, I'm thinking about how do they take action. Otherwise, I'd be giving suggestions based upon my Kolbe, not their Kolbe.
Knowing what someone's MO is and how they instinctively strive and what they need to be successful makes my life a whole lot easier when I'm coaching them. I know if people need a lot of information, if people just want, you know, bottom line, if people are going to be winging it, if people want structure and they're, you know, they need to complete what they start, having that MO in front of me at all times makes everything easier for me, but also for them. They get supported in the way that makes sense for their instincts.
With our associate coaches and the fact that they all are coming from such different Kolbe profiles is I'm actually specifically tailored to be able to work with all 15 of them. Being that I'm a mediator profile, it's what I do best in being able to accommodate and respond to whatever the need is. So for me, I find it so empowering that I'm in a role as strategic coach that totally supports my unique ability and is in line with my Kolbe profile in being able to support these other 15 amazing people in their Kolbe profiles and their unique abilities.
I'm grateful for Kolbe because it's allowed me to be able to understand a lot more about me and some of the reasons and some of the process that I need to do to feel comfortable with decisions that I'm making, with ways that I communicate with people. I'm also thankful that it allows me to support other people better. It's been just a tool that I think has been extremely useful in understanding myself and other people.
It has a lot to do with team members, and so I'm really trying to find access to how to take them to new levels. I want lots of creativity, and so I can't get creativity if I can't engage the people. And so the cognitive part of the Kolbe is the engine that kind of drives everything else. Now I can kind of get control of that engine, which then starts to blossom the intellect and the emotion. And that's when the creativity starts to emerge, and then it starts coming back to me. And so now it's delegated out, but I know how to sort of re-engineer things. And so they start to thank me afterwards because I'm not really trying to change them. I'm just trying to get them into a different state of where they make different choices and what value they bring. And when you access that creativity, I mean, it's night and day in terms of the smiles and just the energy that they continually work harder and smarter and everything.
I think Kathy's one of the great geniuses on the planet. I think that for this to become the basis of all personal development, for this to become the basis of all organizational development, and I think even more than that, for this to be the basis of the entire educational system, would produce amazing progress and achievement in the entire human society.
I think we've helped change the world using Kolbe, but it never would have happened without Kathy's passion and capability, and she keeps developing new ways to use it. It's so awesome.
To Kathy and to Will and to David and to Amy and to Amy and to James and to Nicolee and everyone else who I haven't mentioned but is really critical to the Kolbe team, I just need to express a very heartfelt thank you. My life would not be anywhere what it is today without Kolbe. So it's helped me really validate my strengths and my talents and really be able to shine in that way. It has been phenomenal with parenting my kids to really free me up to have the incredible teamwork and partnership I have with my team here at Strategic Coach. What an incredible blessing. So Kolbe for me, the profile, the instruments, the conversations, the incredible CDs on communication, all of the tools you guys make available have really energized, liberated, elevated, all the great words you can think of, my conversation that I can have with everyone who's important in my life, my husband. I just really hope you understand what an incredible difference you've made, not only to me, but to my family and to the entire Strategic Coach community. We are huge fans, and a huge thank you.